my teeth clean?
Oh my gosh, Dean. My mother's laughing.
Short Film Festival in Asia 2020. Yeah. We are back, and it's so great to have two filmmakers with us from our international program number 5, representing their film I'm sorry, let me do this again. Kapaemahu no Maho Seki. Yeah. So, and first of all, Dean, I think your paper is fine. So let's get started. From our international program number 5, representing their film I'm sorry, let me do this again. Kapaemahu no Maho Seki. Yeah. So, I think one of you may have your volume turned up pretty high. If you could kind of bring it down a little bit. Let's get started. From our international program number 5, representing their film I'm sorry, let me do this again. Kapaemahu no Maho Seki.
We okay now?
Let me see here, Dean. And you can hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. I think there might have been feedback from might have been playing on YouTube someplace. I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And what about Hina? Can we get you back on?
What happened to Hina? I don't know what happened.
All right, bear with us. We're going through a little bit of a technical glitch here, but we'll go ahead and...
I'm texting her.
Okay. And we'll have a little... Okay, I think she's coming back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
yes.
Welcome back. All right.
Thank you.
Technology,
I don't know how that happened. I didn't even click the silent on the video and the microphone, but it just muted on me.
Okay, well, we're back now, so that's okay.
Yeah.
See, that's why we should be doing this live at our theater here in Tokyo. But let's get started. First of all, if I can have both of you introduce yourselves, tell us where you are and what time it is. We'll start with you, Dean. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dean Hamer. I'm here in Hawaii on the north shore of Oahu. And right now it's 8 o'clock in the evening.
Welcome. And Hina?
Aloha mai katoa Pauloa o au no te ia o Hinaleimoana. A mane no au I Honolulu ma o ahu nei, and it is also 8 o'clock here.
That was excellent. Thank you very much. 今お二人は、ホノルルからつながってまして、で今夜の8時になっております。So first of all, congratulations. We love your film, and we're really honored and proud to have you represented in our festival, and you're part of our international program number 5. First of all, tell us how the whole making of this beautiful animation film came about.
It really started about 10 years ago when I and my partner Joe Wilson were making a documentary film about Hina, who is known in Hawaii as Kumu Hina or Hina Sensei. She's a teacher of Hawaiian culture and Hawaiian language. And we were filming in Waikiki, and she pointed out these stones and said, "Do you know what they are?" And we said, "No." So it took about 10 years of research to uncover the story underneath them. And once we had done that, we were ready to tell the story. So it took a while, but we're happy now to have the opportunity.
今、ディーンさんにこの、カパエマフ、魔法石の、作られたまでの経緯をちょっと説明していただいたんですが、まずディーンさんは、この、ヒナが結局この作品の監督を務めたんですけど、ハワイではヒナ先生と呼ばれまして、で、ハワイの、その文化、そして言葉を教えている先生なんですよね。そして、このストーリー物語に出てくるこの、カパエマフの魔法石の物語を知って調べてやっと作り始めて、 トータルで10年間かかったんですよね。実際の映画制作は、このアニメのショートフィルム制作は1年かかったんですけど、トータルで10年かかったんですよね。So, Hina sensei, they came and did this documentary of you, and you showed them the stones, and then to have it made in a beautiful animated film like that, and you were like the main director of the film, I understand. Tell us about that whole process for you and how you feel about getting this made into a beautiful animation like this.
It's an absolute honor to be able to bring just one of the multitude of stories that our people and our islands are still able to tell. And being a part of this effort, it took a span of 10 years to really not only just do the homework, but to wrap our thoughts around how would we present this, how would we be able to communicate to the world the elements of this, but without having it be this full-length documentary of just somebody talking. We wanted to make it be larger than life, because that is the color of many of our native stories. And while this is an account of our history, there are elements of it that are just magical, and they're larger than life. And so the animation allows us to tell this story and really bring the characters from our history into that their rightful place.
That's beautiful. Let me do that real quick. まず、ひな先生はこの物語をこういうふうに作られて非常にもう光栄なことっていうのは、このストーリーはもうたった一つのストーリーなんですよね。そのハワイの文化と言葉の中ではもう本当に数々たくさんのいわゆるその昔のストーリーとかあるんですよね。で、10年間かかったんですけど、いろいろ調べながらどういうふうにこのその伝統とか文化とか歴史だけじゃなくて、ハワイっていう島国はいわゆるマジック、何かちょっと説明できないこととか、本当に素晴らしいマジックなところがあって、それをどういうふうに映像として伝えるのが、で、結局たどり着いたのがアニメーションだったんですよね。We talked about this a little bit previously, but I really was struck by the beautiful colors, the color palette of this animated short film. There were a lot of beautiful browns and beiges and tans. How did that kind of color scheme come about?
The color scheme that we have employed for the animated film is reflective of the tapa prints and patterns and the colors that are found in the beaten bark cloth of not only Hawaii, but in the Pacific. The bark cloth represents our connection to the former wealth and, of course, clothing and so much more. But tapa cloth is what we based our color scheme off of.
で、この、皆さんも見ていただいていると思うんですけど、とにかくアニメーションとしてとにかく美しいんですよね、色合いが。で、特に茶色とかベージュとか、頻繁に使われてるんですけど、そのタパっていう生地がベースなモチーフなんですよね。で、これはもう特にハワイだけじゃなくて、太平洋の国、島国の、よくある、生地とそのカラーのパターンとか、で、それもその、昔とつなげる非常に重要なポイントなので、そういう感じでメインのカラーのテーマとしたということなんですよね。So, Dean, tell us a little bit about your part in making this movie.
Well, I'm really a filmmaker. We've mostly made documentaries, but the reason we were motivated for this film is that the story tells about how these great healers helped to bring healing to the Hawaiian people, and part of their power is that they were mahu, which is the Hawaiian word for what we might call transgender, or a mixture, a duality between both male and female. And in so many cultures now, people are wondering, well, is there something wrong with those people, or is there something bad about being transgender? We wanted to bring forward a story that shows that this can be part of the attributes and part of the power and the strength of people. So we thought it was a really important story. It had been hidden even from many Hawaiians didn't know this story. So it's important for them to know their own stories, and we thought for people all over the world. So that was a big motivation for us to get involved in all the work that was involved in the film.
And we
Go ahead.
wanted to make sure that our story reflected the elements that are a part of Hawaiian life, and being Mahu is a part of that fabric, that story.
で、ディーンさんは、どっちかと言ったらドキュメンタリーフィルムメーカーなんですが、このストーリーをひなさんから聞いていろいろ調べ始めたら、非常に重要な昔の、ヒーラーっていうんですけど、ちょっと魔法とかオーガニックな皆さんをちょっと病気抱えてたら治したり、もうちょっとなんていうんですかね、気持ちよくしてくれるみたいな存在があったんですけど、昔は男、女性、女、男っていうんじゃなくて、いわゆるそれをミックスした感じの人物だったんですよね。で、そこからハワイの伝統とか歴史の中からパワーと力強さが現れたところなんですが、でもこの昔の伝統の物語とか出来事が今の現在のハワイの人たちから隠されているっていうか伝わってないんですよね。でそれが非常に重要なところなので、ひなさんが言ってたのはマーフっていうのはハワイのもう本当に大事な一部でパワーの元でもあるっていうことなんですよね。We talked about this as well, the loss of culture and tradition in many countries around the world because the tradition of oral storytelling has really died out. And so now it's maybe more important now to take up this kind of theme and subject in a beautiful animated short film like this. Hina, wouldn't you think that way?
Yes, absolutely. And I would also like to encourage that our Japanese brothers and sisters and friends out there would consider that as we see in anime and the modern genre of presenting stories through that way of telling it, I hope to see even more traditional stories come out. As a child, I grew up knowing the story of Momotaro, and I'll always remember it, and it's just a delightful story. But telling this story, Kapaemahu, reminds me of my earliest years of being absolutely fascinated by larger than life history.
Thank you. ひなさんはこのいわゆるこういう昔の伝統とか文化を伝えるストーリーテリング、今だったらもういわゆる映像を通してなんですけど、特に日本の皆さんに伝えたいのはもう本当にこういう昔の伝統とかをちゃんと意識して考えて、で、ひなさんは小さい時は桃太郎がすごい好きだったんですよね。で、そのハワイのカパエマフの物語もハワイ人としては非常に重要な伝統とカルチャーの一部なので、皆さんもこういうふうにぜひぜひ昔のことももっともっと今の物語の伝え方に含めてもらいたいっていうことですね。Well, Dean and Hina Sensei, it's really, really delightful to have you with us for this. Thanks for telling us so much about not only the film, but also about Hawaii and the cultures and the traditions. Absolutely wonderful to have you guys. So if I can now have you just give a quick shout out to your many new fans here now as part of our festival, and then we'll sign off and say goodbye. So Dean, we'll start with you.
どうもありがとうございましたね。すみませんが、上手じゃありません。But we love Japan, and we're very sorry that we couldn't be there in person. And I hope many of the people watching the festival will sometime have a chance to come to Hawaii and check out this story because it's a real place in Waikiki.
ディーンさんは本当に皆さんありがとうございます。で、本当に日本に来て皆さんとお会いして話したかったんですけど、もちろんできないことなので、皆さんぜひ今度ハワイに来るときは、もっとその文化とか、いろいろちょっとそっちの方にも目をつけて、ハワイを楽しんでいただきたいって言ってましたね。And Hina Sensei, どうぞ、go ahead.
Mahalo ni ya oto e na hawalaw na no iyo taay no kala hikimai kai no yapana. Thank you for the opportunity to share our story with you, and we are most appreciative and humbled that you have enjoyed it and welcomed it into your places and spaces. And it was just truly an honor to share this time with you.
ひな先生も本当に皆さんがこれを見てくれて、皆さんのいる場にこのストーリーを受け入れてくれて本当に嬉しいし光栄だと思ってるって言ってますよね。Thank you guys. It was just a delightful chatting with you guys and best of luck. Stay healthy, please.
Same to you.
Mahalo.
Mahalo. Thank you.
Mahalo.
Bye.